is not working.
I didn't get that.
You said that he told you that young people have to work for it. It won't drop on their laps.
Yes.
Now, there were other aspirants alongside him who are younger than him. So does it mean that the work they put in cannot be considered work enough?
Okay, now this is what it is, and I'd like to make an example out of one particular young lad from Lagos, Ibrahim Babajide Obanikoro, who ran for local government at some point. Then, he didn't get it. He kept working. He's a House of Rep member today. So my point is
presidential aspirants.
As at yesterday,
on the platform of the APC, yeah.
No. This
for which the sorting is going on now. There are younger candidates.
What it Asiwaju Bola Ahmed rightly said yesterday, what the times demand right now, the leadership, the party, and the country demands right now, only one person is befitting of that position.
So it's not about the work the young people have to put in. It's subjective then.
It is not. It is not.
That's what you're saying now.
You put in the work. You need to evaluate your position. You need to be able to assess the task ahead, evaluate your strengths. I didn't run for any position in this election because, like I said, I told a lot of young people, I said, we can't keep putting our hard-earned money into a party where we are not sure. We don't have to win, but the process has to be right. So we can, even when we don't win, we can go back and work and come again.
Is the process not right?
At the beginning, right now, what we've witnessed between yesterday and today has given us hope that APC will actually be a party where decision will be made by the people whose responsibility it is to decide who lead us. That's, in this case, the delegates, as far as indirect election is concerned.
So while you might say that, the youth aspirants or the young aspirants need to reach out to young people and, prove their worth and their mettle amongst their own peers, don't the youth too also have a responsibility to look out for those kinds of aspirants and see how they can offer their own support?
Oh, yes, we do. And there are a lot of them we do that with in the APC, from House of Assembly member to Senate.
So how can you say you don't know this particular aspirant? I know him. I'm in the media. I know him.
Exactly.
And he paid a whopping 50 million naira. Because I think they gave youth aspirants some discount. So he did acknowledge that there was some discount for one part of the form.
Yeah, that's true.
So he didn't pay the entire 100 million.
That's true.
So if a young person can afford to drop that amount of money, shouldn't young people go to look to him and say, are there other things that even if he doesn't take the ticket?
What makes you a politician in the first place is to always evaluate your constituency and know which constituency is more important than the other. For a young man like that, his first constituency will be his fellow young people in the party. He doesn't have to give anybody a dime. Call young people together and tell them, this is where we are, this is where I think we need to be, this is what I'm bringing on board. And they look at themselves and say, okay, you have spoken well, you are acting right, we are going to rally around you and push you. But in a situation where you don't do that, you can't blame me for not coming with you.
Can we say that of all the aspirants who are on the platform, are you telling us that no younger candidate did it? No other person called the young people?
No, they did. Governor Yabelo did.
Okay.
Yes, Governor Yabelo did.
But you don't seem to be sticking with him.
For personal reasons, like I said earlier, Yabelo is a northerner. I personally have always maintained, I've said it on your show a number of times, I do not think that after 8 years, in the interest of unity and peace of this country, I do not think that after 8 years of President Muhammadu Buhari, we should bring in anybody from the 19th state of the north or even the FCT. It is only proper to let power move to the south. And that is why I'm very happy for the position of northern governors.
Interesting. Okay, so now we're at this point where sorting is going on. Shall I ask you first, before we come to sorting that is already underway, what part of the speeches yesterday were you surprised by?
The signature. I must confess it will be Fayemi withdrawing from the race for Asiwaju. That came as a shocker. Then the other shocker was Yemi Oshibanjo not stepping down for
So, listen to BGI TV.
What was the shocker?
BGI TV. You're one in a million.
If Yemi like Senator Boroface, came early enough to speak. But when one person, two persons, stepped down for him, he came back on stage and did the same thing. As at the time Professor Yemi Osinbajo went on stage, the well-known politician from the southwest, grounded politician who are more grounded than he is politically in the southwest. Forget that he occupied number 2 position. Senator Ibikula Amosu, Governor Fayemi, Professor Boroface.
If you want to know what's going on in city, or you want to
aspirants from Southwest that have proven they have tested the ballots, in both internal and external elections in their region, whether at state level or at senate level at some point. The moment they came down, for whatever reason, I would have asked, if I were Yemi Osinbajo, I would have asked myself, if I am going against my benefactor, this person, whose support do I have?
Are those people the delegates?
Fayemi is the governor of Ekiti. Like he said rightly, about 54 delegates he informed yesterday to give their votes to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What that means for Yemi Osinbajo was, as at that point, he knew he was going to get 0 vote from Ekiti.
0 vote?
Yes.
How certain
It doesn't
are you
always
of
play
that?
out that way.
No, you see, this is what it is. We've been in this party for 7 years. The one thing we have always complained about is reward system. It took Atiku 4 years as vice president in PDP to have PDP eating out of his palm. If you remember, towards 2003. Yet Professor Yemi Osinbajo has been in office for 7 years. There are both positions that have not been filled in. He's the number 2 citizen. He's the number 2 person in our government. He's the number 2 person in our party. How much has he stepped out for the party members? How much has it fought for the reward for the party members until where he wanted to be president and he went round to them? That matters.
All right. Okay, well, Sunrise Aliyu Audu, by the way, is the convener of APC Rebirth Movement. He's happy with the process. I think he says, this is kind of rebirth we've been talking about. That's why he's grinning from ear to ear, as you can see. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So there you go. That is Sunrise Daily today, as a matter of fact. But this sorting will continue, so we will keep it locked here. So we expect you to do the same. We thank you all for watching. I'm Chamberlain also.
And I'm Malcolm over you, so thank you.